What room are you in?
I better check. Sophia, who are Peter and Maddie, and why are they staying in Blanche's room?
Because Dorothy's room and your room are already rented.
Well, where am I gonna sleep?
I could rent you half of my room.
Makes it up.
Sicily, 1912. Picture this. 2 young girls, best friends, who shared 3 things. A pizza recipe, some dough, and a dream. Everything is going great until one day, a fast-talking pepperoni salesman...
I don't know why you want that man. He's treated you like dirt. And even that I could overlook if he had a good body.
Look, Blanche, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but my mind is made up. I love Stanley, I want to be with him, and I am very sorry about Catherine.
What on earth is suddenly so wonderful?
Come on, Blanche, we're gonna get you to bed.
But it's my duty to the public. No, I must have it published. It's my duty. Oh, my God, I'm so tired.
Oh, come on, you can sleep right here, honey.
Tell me a story, Rose. That always puts me to sleep. It works every time. Just tell me one of your bones.
Oh, don't do that.
What are you doing?
Just want to be by myself for a while.
It's time to throw rice at the kids.
I don't think I can go back out there.
You're acting like a...
Waits and counting the days. Dorothy, remind me again why this was a bad idea.
Oh, Blanche, be serious. Now, if we want to stay together, we're going to have to raise $10,000.
Well, I don't see why I should have to raise any money. I didn't create this problem. I think the moronic Scandinavian knit... Oh, my, that provincial Midwestern sense of humor that everybody hates. Yes.
Hello, I'm Detective Paris, Dade County PD. Does Sophia Petrillo reside here?
This is my mother. Is there a problem?
I'd just like to ask a few questions.
I hope I'm not too late for the funeral.
Why, no. No, not at all.
Oh, thank goodness. I would have felt just terrible if I'd missed it. She was one of my dearest friends.
Did you hear that, Dorothy? One of her dearest friends.
Yes. Oh, my.
My test is in 2 weeks, and I do not want to blow it.
You'll pass, you'll pass.
I don't want to pass. I want an A.
You're the same as you were in grade school, A's. You always had to get an A. Your brother thought a book was to sit on. You always had to get an A. Good night.
Good night, Mom.
If I breathe in a...
How do you know those words?
I guess it's from reading the American Journal of Abnormal Psychology. It's published in St. Olaf, you know. In fact, my Uncle Gunter used to be the editor.
And what were you, the centerfold?
I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe you're gonna take all the guff I got and you're gonna like it.
Oh, no, wait.
All right, everybody, now shut the hell up.
I'm in charge here. From now on, everyone listens to me.
Why should we listen to you?
Because I happen to be the most decorated pioneer scout in the history of northern Minnesota. I can build a 100-foot rope bridge.
Please, just do it. Please. Please. Pretty please.
Oh, all right. Don't beg. You sound just like your Uncle Carmine after he'd been away on a goat drive.
So you're not gonna tell us what happened?
Nope.
Well, Sophia, that's your choice, but I think you're making a mistake. You see,
I could just kiss you.
Not until we locate a toothbrush, okay?
Well, it is high time something went right on this trip.
Now all we have to do is figure out a way to get to the studio.
we can always walk. It's only 39 blocks. If we start right now, we can still get there in time.
I have a better Ainsley too. Oh, you were talking to her.
Trudy, how about if tomorrow we play a real game? You know, something that requires real skill.
You mean like midget ice bowling?
I'm talking about tennis, you do.
I was trying to drive a wedge between you because I didn't want to be left alone, but I'm ashamed of that now. So I'm not going to oppose this union. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to lift a glass to it. I'm going to ask God to bless it.
The
Gloria never sits home on a Friday night, and she's a widow. Every time I talk to her, she's going out with another guy.
Ma, she calls you 3 times a year.
She's very busy. I'm thrilled she finally found the time for a visit.
Ma, why do you always make excuses for her?
I don't make excuses for any of my children. Except Phil.
Denouncements.
Well, you probably want to get her operational as soon as possible. After all, she's quite a showpiece. Where do I install her?
Well, actually, Lou, we're going to install her ourselves. Follow me.
Hold it. You're not serious.
Why not?
You gotta be a man, for God's sakes.
You know, to tell you the truth.
It so happens our community playhouse is doing The Taming of the Shrew, and I'm to audition for the role of Kate, the fiery tot of Padua whom no man could tame. Hark! Perhaps a suitor doth approach it.
Do you think he'll stay all night?
Think about it, Blanche.
Oh, damn, I don't want that to happen.
Then I suggest you apologize.
I know Rebecca is a grown woman, but to me, she's still just a little girl. Now, how do you say I'm sorry to your own child? Especially after all... I'm just tired of getting all dressed up, looking gorgeous, going out, only to lose out in the end. On the other hand, I am dressed up, and I do look gorgeous, and it is Gringo night at Hernando's Hacienda.
Oh, but this place in Chicago, it'll be a lot easier for me to get used to new surroundings than it would be for her.
You really think you moving to Chicago is going to solve Lily's problems?
I want to help her.
Oh, look, I don't think you're helping her by offering to be a nursemaid. I mean, Lily is not an invalid.
You don't understand. All our lives, Lily was the one who always took care of me. Oh, Lord, I act like a bad girl once in my life and I get caught.
We ran a make on that gentleman friend of yours. Seems he's wanted for jewel theft in 4 states. Afraid I'm gonna have to ask...
Life.
Your husband sold horseshoes? I thought he sold insurance.
Oh, he sold insurance for a while, but Charlie wasn't very good at it. As soon as people said no, he'd give up. Well, insurance salesmen have to keep going till they get a yes. They have to keep talking and talking and talking.
You have a very beautiful country, and I have enjoyed my stay here. When it comes down to it, your lives aren't really that different than ours, except for your toilet paper. No wonder you people always look so grouchy.
You certainly know the way to a man's heart.
I'll just take these in.
Oh, I'll help you.
Who wants birthday cake?
Oh, what's in it?
Oh, it's a secret. And in some countries, a vaccine.
Listen, I'll give you 20,000.
Rose, hold me.
Oh, Blanche, please. No, honey, I know it's hard, but we've been here over an hour. And you've shown us the balcony, you've shown us the wind chimes, you've shown us the 7 places you lost your virginity.
Just terrible about this whole situation. That's why I did all those things to him.
It was you all along.
Except for the boil. That was just luck.
Gladys, we've got to go. Listen, ladies, if there's anything that I can do for you to...
The expensive restaurants and the jet. Hell, even I'm impressed by the jet. Now, I haven't been wealthy all my life, you know.
Oh, really?
No. I started out in the shipping department of a large manufacturing company. And
I'm off to sign up. Wish me luck.
I think it's wonderful that you're taking part in this senior sports classic. You know, I might try entering it myself in 15 years when I'm eligible. If I can come up with an event.
The luge is the only one where you get to lie on your back.
You see, I am 44 years old.
Wow, this is great. I was afraid we wouldn't have anything in common. We're almost almost the same age.
Rose, you make her sound like an old woman. Actually, she's much closer to my age.
Lorraine, these are my roommates. That's Blanche Devereaux, Rose. Ma, can I see you in the kitchen?
I've got no secrets from these people.
Shady Pines, Ma.
Right behind you.
I think you should take my chest. Ma, I want to know. Now, where did you get the money?
The government is being kinder and gentler by sending me a lot more Social Security checks than they used to. Which makes me wonder who's using the kitty litter.
Hello, come in.
Oh, Murray, what a snazzy tux. I better not let you out of my sight tonight. That's my daughter, Dorothy, and these are her friends.
That's the point. I want to return the second, but I don't know how to tell which is which. That's where you come in. What do I do?
Well, there's only one thing I can think of. We used to do it back on the farm, and I may be a little rusty, but I guess it's worth a shot.
Whatever it is, do it. I'm desperate.
Okay. Here goes.
Point, pal.
Look, Ma, I know that you're excited about this job,
It's
but...
more than a job, Dorothy. That's it, Dorothy. When I see them, I see me. Don't you understand?
Of course I understand, Ma, and I know that your heart's in the right place.
You must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers. I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath
I didn't expect it. I mean, I thought the next time I went through this, it would be for Ma.
As long as I'm here, maybe I can fall and break my hip so you won't have to come back.
No, it's strange. If anything happened to Stan, I would feel like his widow. I mean, I know I'm not, but we've just been through so much together that... Exception, Harry. I didn't mean you. So do you think I'm crazy, too?
Dorothy, I think you're very sane. Just because a doctor hasn't found something doesn't mean there isn't something there.
Are you serious? Well, how come you know that and they don't?
First of all, dear, I know you. You're a stable person, and if you say you're sick, you...
I don't have your Wait a minute, you have mine.
I gave them to you.
Hold everything. I think my purse is missing, too.
So is mine. Girls, you know what this means? Somebody snuck in here while we were asleep and grabbed our dough.
Ma, yesterday you said you were going to pull the weeds.
I said I'd get it done, and it's getting done. So lighten up.
Dorothy, Sophia, come quick.
Oh, my God.
The storm must have knocked it down. Hey.
Nothing, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Dorothy, I want to talk to you about my apartment. I'm grateful. I love where I live. And the last thing I want to do is to come to you with every little problem.
Come on, honey, now just think about it. Who would you rather live with, your sister or a goat?
Give me a minute.
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven. Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown.
The three of us have been called in to read for Network. And we wowed them. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that was.
Oh, wasn't it? The fun of it was...
God, where is she? Where is Rose now?
Usually worked like a charm. Except every once in a while, there'd be a cow with a particularly low udder, and it would brush across my forehead and wake me up.
Oh, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just torn and confused. Guess I'll have to think about it all tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day.
You are wearing my bowling outfit.
Well, I do believe you're right. Oh, don't worry about it, honey. Nobody'll notice. It looks so different on a woman with a full bosom.
Don't you throw your bosom in my face.
Blanche, don't you see what? This month, he couldn't set the handbrake on my wheelchair.
Grandma, that was just a coincidence.
Please, all 3 times was at the top of the stairs to the Flatbush subway station.
Mama, if Salvador hates you, why does he want you to come here and live with us?
What?
Salvador and I would like you to move in with us.
Forget it, I am not moving in.
What, that man?
Picture a man 20 pounds lighter, long, wavy hair, rippling muscles.
I can't believe Stan ever looked like that.
He didn't. But do you think if I ever met a man who looked like that, I would have married Stan?
Maybe we shouldn't be so tough on the guy. This brochure actually looks interesting once you get past the picture.
God, it's Rex. Oh, Rex, well, you're right on time, aren't you, you devil? You remember my roommate.
What are you dressed for? We're going to a beach party.
Oh, I could have sworn you said the theater.
Once again, you're wrong.
Oh, I'll go change.
No.
Cleaning up the dirty dishes, you twit. Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house.
Oh, she's been so depressed since she got back from that funeral.
I mean, she's not embarrassed. He was proud.
Well, why shouldn't he be? Maybe he was out with the woman he loved.
Oh, please, Rose. There was a 40-year age difference. I mean, what could they possibly have in common?
Well, girls' love has no definition, no boundaries. Age has nothing to do with it. Sometimes 2 people who seem to have the least in common...
Parents there.
Even if we got live doves?
Mother.
All right, honey, your wedding day should be the most beautiful day of your life. And if you want to invite your father, well, I'm willing to keep the peace.
Promise?
Promise. Then it's settled. Now call your father. Rose, this isn't my box. It's my mother's. I was going to open it, but I can't.
Dorothy, I'm proud of you.
I can't with a bobby pin. Maybe with a butter knife.
Rose, you're off.
The world's fastest human being.
Dominic Tanzi.
It says Jesse Owens here.
Trust me, it was Dominic Tanzi. He got 4 women pregnant in one night. 2 in New York, 2 in New Jersey.
Girls, I am so excited. I am finally going to do something you've heard me talk about doing for years.
Should I? Oh, what the hell? Rose, what is Gowakanogany?
It's a lot like baseball, except instead of hitting a ball, you whack yourself on the head. After 10 whacks, if you're still standing, you take first base. It's usually a very low scoring.
One night with a comfortable stranger, and that's where it ends. Believe me, we both know that.
No, you heard me right. 6 dozen long stem roses. And the card should read, "To Dorothy and a wonderful new beginning."
I was afraid it might be too much excitement.
Did you have to help with the milking?
Oh, yes, until my father got a milking machine.
Oh, thank goodness for the milking
Difficult
machine.
as it is to tear myself away, I really have to get ready for work.
Yes, me too. I don't have to be in till late. He finally came back, having invented Hernsberg's press-on warts.
Who bought those?
Hags, mostly. Don't you see, he was successful and he wanted Gunilla back.
Well, what happened to her, Rose?
Beast out of the house. You disgust me. I'm gonna go sit in my tea.
Ma, what are you doing?
I can't believe I have a daughter who... What shocking news?
Blanche is pregnant.
Holy cow.
Blanche, are you sure?
I just did a home pregnancy test. It's right here.
It looks like a perfume sample.
Put it behind your ears, Rose.
See, would take you out on holidays.
That wasn't my dream.
Oh, yeah, right. That was my life.
Ma, please, for the 100th time, Shady Pines was a beautiful retirement village.
Sure, sure. And Attica's known for its top-notch tennis facilities.
I hope it's death.
Get it, Rose.
Charmaine! Blanche, look who's here. It's Charmaine.
Oh, good. Ringside seats.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why he sent you flowers at all. I mean, 2 days ago you hated each other. And you know what else I don't understand? I don't understand how two people who go off to a business meeting end up in bed together. And you know what else I don't understand?
Well, I don't know how you're going to take this, so I'll tell you flat out. There's a lady friend that I've been spending a lot of time with recently.
Oh, do I know her?
Well, I don't think so. Helen and Rooney McCoy introduced me to the widow Spencer at their son's wedding a few months ago.
I'd like to meet her sometime.
Missy, she's going to be here tomorrow evening.
It's like it is with you and Stan. You understand what I'm saying?
You're saying that in some ways, Stan belongs in my life, and like your shoes, he may not be stylish, but he's familiar, he's comfortable.
And shiny on top. Don't forget shiny on top.
And I guess that's not...
See what Dorothy's hiding from us. Pictures and doodads. What's this? Huh. 1920. Well, Sophia, you wrote this. Things I want to accomplish before I die.
The list. The list. You found my list. Oh, Blanche, read it to me. Those were my dreams, my goals.
And I'm not dressed. Thank God.
Hi, neighbors. Welcome home.
Hi, Harry. What brings you here today?
You called me and told me you were here. So, I remember you asked me to save your mail for you while you were gone?
So I did. Thank you, Harry. You're just about the...
If you added up all the times that we did what he is doing right now, Blanche still should have been home 15 minutes ago.
Where are you going?
To either get ice cream or commit a felony. I'll decide in the car.
Hey, boys, I want you all to meet my best friend, Dorothy. Dorothy, this is Frank and Alan and Paul.
Hey, Dorothy.
You boys show her a good time. I would, but I want to have one myself.
I told them they had to leave. They were too ugly to look at. Now the parents are mad. A father came in a three-piece suit and defended Tiffany, a bald girl with a nose ring. What's that?
Enchiladas rancheros.
Why don't you just shoot me?
Tantalizingly, just out of reach.
Let me guess. St. Olaf County Jail.
And Delhi.
We have to do everything we can to help Ma. Now, the three of us have got to put our heads together and try to figure out for certain how that fire got started.
You're so right, Dorothy. And
At least an honorable mention.
I want you to know, going on this cruise changed my life. Being with Arnie made me realize that I can care for a man again without feeling guilty about it. Oh, it's a nice feeling to know that when one part of your life is over, another part can begin. Now I'm really white that I realize my top accomplishments aren't worth a damn.
Oh, come on. Now, Rose, you're forgetting how much you give to people. How about all that work down at the counseling center?
That's right. Well, honey, you must have hundreds of people every year.
All I do is talk to them. Big deal.
Well, it is a big deal. Do you know how much a kind and loving...
Well, she jerked us around. Let's jerk her right back. Let's see. Why don't we make her think that you and I are going to get married?
Married? You and I? Oh, I have to admit, there's a certain genius to it.
Are you kidding? A Brooklyn eye of
The photographers. Wave to the fans.
Rose, they're about to announce the winner.
I wish Blanche would have come to see me win my award.
Honey, this thing with Doug and Clayton has been pretty rough on her.
Just to bring me up to speed.
Sophia, look here. Here's a postcard from Big Daddy and Margaret. They say they're having the time of their life honeymooning in the Bahamas.
Please, the big news is he lived through the wedding night.
Are you saying you're upset because the reunion went great and your sorority sisters looked wonderful?
Well, of course not, Rose. That would be childish. I am upset because I was not the center of attention and nobody said I was the prettiest.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. I mean, what difference does it make?
Oh, Dorothy. You could...
Grand opening in time for the big beach festival this weekend.
Sophia, it's getting damp and chilly out here. You're gonna catch yourself a cold.
Please, I haven't had a cold in 40 years. This is the worst cold I've had in 40 years.
My back is killing me. I feel dizzy and nauseous. Every joint in my body feels...
One, day or night.
I have a surprise for Dorothy.
What? Now that you're off the blood pressure medicine, it's working again?
My God, Sophia, is there anything Dorothy didn't tell you about us?
Actually, yes. I didn't know she was pregnant until 4 days after the wedding.
The Lord.
Going on here?
Afterglow.
She hasn't seen me in years. I can't wait to see the look on her face.
You could wait 6 months, it wouldn't change.
It's been almost 2 hours. We can't keep up this charade. Somebody has got to go in there and get Dorothy to come out and break the news.
But she's so fragile right now. We have to be...
Swore for door on Saturday. He walks towards me, reaches out his hand and says, Sophia, you can come now. There's room for you now.
That's it?
You want them to show up with Barbara Eden and the College All-American football team? It's a dream, not a Bob Hope special. I'm dying, Dorothy. Saturday, 9 o'clock. Don't make any plans.
Oh, Maya.
Marion.
Penny, what makes you think he's going to ask you to marry?
Why, Chicago burned down. Mrs. O'Leary was probably a tramp, too.
Give me that. Look, I'm terribly sorry. There's been a mistake. There is no fire here. That's right. This isn't Blanche, so that remark about the fire hose was totally wasted.
Very sorry.
I had artificial insemination. It's not like I slept with every man in town.
Chew it carefully, Mom. Like they taught you at Shady Pines.
Blanche.
Kendall.
Blanche, I must commend you again. I have a feeling we're in for a weekend none of us is going to forget.
Oh, I do declare. Your sweet words could charm the morning dew right off the honeysuckle.
Ate at Shady Pines. I can't remember, but I know I did it. I must have. I'm going to prison.
Or was it on payday? Anyway, I remember a butcher block table was involved.
Blanche.
Oh, anybody ready for dessert?
I am, Grandma.
Oh, good. I'll slice into that Rice Krispie log.
Just coffee.
Oh, and you certainly do have a pretty place here.
Oh, yeah. Who wouldn't love it?
Well, bye-bye, Rose.
Bye.
Hello.
Front door.
Hello, front door. Did two
In anyone else's what I see in yours. Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Most of the boys I dated in college were just for the stories.
You must have more stories than O. Henry.
I'm gonna unpack.
Now, this isn't fair. You have to tell us.
No, you don't. But if you go out that door and don't come back in, we'll know you didn't. And if you do come back, that means you did. Slept is all.
You were there? Don't tell me where I went. I went to heaven. I saw the golden light and some angels in white robes with harps. I thought I was at Saks at Christmas. But then I saw your father.
Really?
He was surrounded by women. He's in heaven.
Did you see God?
Woe is me. Woe is me.
Problem, Blanche?
Yes. It's my hair. It has split ends. It's dull and listless. It makes my face look...
It's age.
Nothing.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
We'll see about that.
Look, Mrs.
Trillo, I'm Dorothy's mother, and I want to know what's wrong with her. And don't tell me nothing because I know there's something wrong with her. Mothers know.
Look, Ma, I'll talk to you about it later.
Your daughter is...
Nonsense. I want you to take it back this second.
Jamie,
What?
you called me George.
Well, don't you think I would know if I had called you Jamie George? I mean George, James. Oh, well, Jamie George. What's the difference?
There is a difference, Blanche.
People usually are in this situation, Rose.
Unless they're all dressed up in costumes. Sorry.
What's all the commotion? Oh, boy.
Grandma, this isn't what it looks like.
Please, I'm 80 years old. I may not remember what...
So that's where it ends? Well, that's neat, isn't it? You walk in here, borrow my friends for a while, and then start acting like a stupid jerk and waltz right out as if nothing ever happened.
Do you want an apology?
I want an explanation. Holly, I can't figure you out. You're smart.
Maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct.
Oh, it's just a fluke, or do you think we could learn to like each other?
Well, I think it might take time, but I think it could be worth it.
Let's give it a shot.
Great!
I'm game.
Okay. Wait a minute.
He said he was impotent.
Impotent? Are you sure?
Oh, Blanche, what would you have done? Asked him to prove it?
I can't talk about this.
Oh, of course you can. Rose, we're your friends.
Oh, no. Oh, Dorothy's upset about Michael and Lorraine.
Really?
Oh, Blanche, how would you feel if your son were marrying an older woman?
Dorothy, when my son was 5 years old, he nearly burned down our whole town. Since then, nothing he does upsets me. Hell, he could marry Lillian Gish and I wouldn't care.
Oh, come on, Elise. The whale represents coming to terms with the self-hatred that's in all of us. What do you think?
I was just having a conversation with two people over there, speculating on if you could have any two people in the world, living or dead, to your house for dinner.
Besides that, there was still some of the old magic there. Look, I know we loused things up the last time. I loused things up. But now we have a chance to give it another try. Babe, I missed you. I want to go through with the ceremony, then we'll go down.
Let's just get some sleep.
Good night, Ma. Good night, Mo. Good night, Lowry.
I'm not going to be able to sleep.
I'm on the wrong side of the bed.
Well, I usually sleep on the right side, and I want to be on the right side. What the hell is everyone so particular?
Just give me the gift.
Rose, open your eyes.
Oh my God, it's a dog! Oh, you gave me a dog!
Yeah, we picked him out down at the shelter. His name is Jake.
Oh, he's adorable!
So, just tell Jackie that you'd prefer Marla to do your hair.
I can't. Jackie and I go way back together, before Bouffant.
God, you're practically family.
I know. So what if I switch to Marla and you take my appointment with Jackie?
But you just told...
Oh, I don't know how to say this. It's the reason I kissed you in the first place.
To make Floyd jealous.
You knew that?
Yes, and I think you had every right. He deserved it the way he's been rejecting you.
What do you mean, rejecting me?
Well, canceling.
Chinese lanterns and Portuguese, no, Hispanic waiters in tight black pants. And we hire a band to play fish songs in pirate suits with muscles bulging.
Your 40s.
It's either that or a big rent raise.
Hi, you guys. What are you doing up?
Sophia's old and I'm filled with anxiety.
Blanche, you can't stay home from work forever. Can't you just swallow your pride?
You are. That's a joke. You see, Blanche didn't mention that you were twins.
Oh, well, I never met Bob until tonight.
Blanche, I told you we were exactly alike.
Dorothy, you're going to be thanking me for years to come. Good morning, Dorothy.
Good morning, Blanche. Blanche, have you seen Jean?
No.
I wonder where she could be.
Didn't you say where she was going when you all got up this morning?
She never came to bed.
Maybe she stayed in Sophia's room.
Ma, did Jean...
Developed early, and all the boys noticed and hit on me. Not one boy was ever interested in my mind.
Get out of here.
It's true. But you, Blanche, I mean, men are drawn to you because...
She's hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, GA.
I'm glad you're all here. I want you to try something. Here, taste this. What do you think?
It's water.
I didn't ask you to identify it. I asked you what you thought. It's good. Just good?
Very good.
How would you describe...
Look, they put in a bunk bed and a chair. Oh, look, Dorothy, a chair. This isn't going to be so bad. This isn't going to be bad at all.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Blanche, can we get out of here? It's starting to get dark.
You know, Dorothy, in some way...
Everybody's your friend.
Oh, Sophia, I don't think it's a good idea to drink in the park.
Hey, I do it once a month with the girls from the Cloud Society.
The Cloud Society?
Yeah, we stake out a bench, knock a few sherries back, and discuss what we think the clouds look like.
To be a pleasure welcoming you into our little family, and I just hope that you and Kate have all the happiness in the world.
Me too. And maybe one of your children will be a real doctor.
Get back in that bed.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm in tip-top shape. There's no reason for me to stay here. Medic!
This thing, they renewed their marriage vows. You two should do that. I've got a priest right here. It'd be perfect. It's sweet, it's romantic, it's spontaneous. It's the dumbest idea I've ever had.
I think it's a great idea.
What?
Of course, Rose. You know, like windshield wipers.
So they work.
I assume so, yes.
Sophia! Well, where'd she go? The wedding's about to start. Is that you, Sophia?
No, it's Merlin Olsen. I'm watering my forget-me-not bouquet.
Honey, we've come to help you get ready.
The wedding is off.
Does that for a lot of people, Rose.
I know you don't understand, and I know you don't approve, but I'm doing what I have to do, and I feel good about it. Well, thanks for everything. It's been great.
Rose, I'll see that all your...
We used to have the most wonderful ones back home. I can remember sitting out under a big old tree with the Darcy triplets, Hank, Bo, and Dove, eating and talking and laughing. And then long towards the end of the meal, why the boys always got into a fight over who was going to get to lick the barbecue sauce from my fingertips and kiss away the little droplet of butter that always...
Until then, beer will have to do.
Hey, guys, what about me?
Blanche!
Well, that's more like it.
Shut the door.
See? What did I tell you? That's why I wanted you to come down and see for yourself. Look at that. The men are practically swarming all us at the rally.
Oh, no, Rose.
Oh, yeah, Doc? Oh, do. Oh, get out of yourself. It's for a noble cause. Or are you so self-centered that you'd rather wallow in self-pity?
You're right. I'll do it.
Oh, good. Rose Dorothy's taking my place. One of our where is this relationship going talks.
Oh, and where is it going?
Where it usually goes, room 506 at the Quality Court. Oh, I hate him. God, if only he didn't want to talk. Oh, by the way, right after I got in, you got
something about themselves they'd like to change. The trick is getting beyond it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to know what it feels like to be the center on the Boston Celtics. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with who I am.
Oh, God, he gives me goosebumps when he talks like that.
Why don't I fix us all some coffee?
We don't have to go through all that trouble. I bought this for my grandson. It sounded so good, I kept it for myself.
Oh, I love Glenn Miller. I met my husband at a Glen.
My fingers to the bone 12 hours a week at the museum. Picasso on your left, snack bar downstairs. It's a wonder I'm not an alcoholic.
What I meant was, how about working for me? I'm swamped with this project for Enrique Mas, and there is money for an assistant.
Tell me more.
Well, we're compiling statistics on... And if you end up in a puddle tonight, well, you just better break into Singing in the Rain. What? Oh, Blanche, how do you feel about performing in front of a video camera?
I think it's all right as long as you've already had at least 3 dates.
It's for my video class. My final project is a day in the...
You didn't come in here to apologize. Why don't you leave?
Why should I apologize?
I'll tell you why, because you're nothing but a backstabbing Judas in sensible shoes.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what you are? You're a 2-lira tramp with cheap bridge work.
May you put your dentures in upside down and chew your head off.
And then something changed. I made friends. I found support. And of course, I had Ma. Frightening, gaping Ma. You know something? It's kind of nice having a sister around. Say, why don't we put Ma back in her room and then you can room with me?
Become the dumper before you become the dumpee.
You're right, you're right. I'm going to get rid of him just the way Paul Bennington got rid of me, the way Steve Mendelbaum got rid of me, the way Tom Carr...
We'll be here all afternoon. Can you just open the door?
Right. The man is history. Hi, Dorothy.
Always the work of Jay Sandridge. And Jay did that pilot, which we saw, and he set a template. He set a rhythm and a pace and a dynamic, which I was very fortunate to be able to emulate. And I owe him a great debt of gratitude and probably a great deal of money, but he'll settle for the gratitude. But, so that's my response to seeing that pilot again.
It so happens our community playhouse is doing The Taming of the Shrew, and I'm to audition for the role of Kate, the fiery tart of Padua whom no man could tame. Hark! Perhaps a suitor doth approach it.
Do you think he'll stay all night? For closure.
Stan, I'm confused. Is this true? Doc, we're both men. Let's not do this to each other. Stanley. Okay, I lied. But so what? You never have?
Only once, Stanley. The night I told you it was good for me, too.
And you said she didn't have a sense of humor.
Oh, I cannot believe that she's this stubborn.
Maybe you ought to take a different approach with her, Dorothy. You know, a more traditional one.
Like?
I don't know, like, set up a meeting and have Stan ask for your hand, you know, in an Italian sort of way.
But what do you want me to do? Go in, bow my head, and kiss a ring? Hey, you know something?
Plus, we play cards till we get there, we sleep in a motel, we turn around and come back.
You go all the way to Epcot and you never look at the exhibits?
Please, I'm 82 years old. I'm interested in technology in the year 2000. Hasta luego.
As long as we're resting, Blanche, we might as well take measurements. Boy who cried continuously.
I just got off the phone with a Sergeant Delfino of the Bunko Squad. He said they picked up 2 people who matched the description we gave them. They want us to come down tomorrow and pick out nuns from a lineup.
Your mother was just having fun.
Yeah, well, all this fun is killing her. Just wish she'd moved in with me when I asked her to.
Kirsten, you're just upset. We all are. But you have to know, these 2 women love her like a sister. And I love your mother like she was my own.
Yeah, well, you're forgetting one thing, though. I'm her daughter.
I was outside of town when I said, honey, why? They don't even have a football team. He answered by slipping a ring on my finger and proposing marriage. Well, I could not believe it. I just sat there for almost half an hour, just staring at that ring. Finally, I said, honey, this will not.
But one day he came home early and he found Gretchen and Buddy in, how will I say it, a most indelicate situation.
What did he do?
Well, he yelled at them to stop, but they wouldn't, so he turned the hose on them.
He turned the hose on?
This problem has to do with Holly.
Her hair's not the color of a Twinkie.
Holly has done something terrible, Blanche, and I think you ought to know about it.
Listen, darling, whatever it is, I'm really not interested.
What?
Oh, Rose, Blanche and I have been talking about this. There is a problem, all right, but it's not between...
She has to admit that she's a little witch without much sense when it comes to family matters, who takes pleasure in making other people miserable.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Ma, she really likes you. I think this whole thing can be fixed.
Forget it.
Ma, you know when...
Truly caprified.
Hi, girls. How's it going?
Well, Angelo, what are you doing here?
My brother wants to try out for the telethon.
I got a song I used to sing with my partner. We call ourselves Tino and Fino.
I'm warning you, Angelo. No political stuff. We don't want to have any trouble.
Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you. You don't know what that means to me.
Rose, you remember a kiss unlocked your...
Blanche, maybe you should stay and talk to a counselor, too.
Oh, look, Santa's come to spread some Christmas cheer. Oh, good luck with these gloomy gusses.
Hold it. No one's going anywhere.
Rose. Oh, take it easy, take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, 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 Bye.
tired. I've never seen Rose look so terrible.
I know. I'm worried, too.
Will you two knock it off? I'm telling you, there's nothing to worry about.
Hi, Sophia.
Let's roll, Freddie. We got a game to win.
That was really a sweet thing for Sophia to do.
I know.
But if she loses, I'll punch her stinking heart out. Once Charlie and I actually did it till the cows came home. Of course, I was wearing a bell.
Of course, hence the nickname Ding Dong.
Hey, you're probably right.
But what's got me so sad? I just never had two better friends. I just can't stand the thought of leaving you.
Right. It's not easy living with yourself when you haven't stood up for what you believe in. I know. I backed down myself today.
I guess I have to go and talk to him.
You'll feel better.
I'll go. Thank you, Blanche, all of you.
Oh, Blanche, you did a pretty good job focusing this for Rose and for me.
To be complete, each person has to accept the other for what he is. I don't think that can ever happen between us.
Jonathan, you're wrong. I can accept you. I've had time to think this thing through, and I can honestly say it doesn't bother me that you're small.
Yeah, I almost forgot. We need a globe and a Tatler and a Midnight Star and an Enquirer. And I guess maybe one serious news magazine so we know what's going on in the world. One, people.
Psychiatry is not a science.
Then why did you suggest I see one?
Because what you have is not scientific. What else was I going to do? Send you to New Mexico to a shaman? There's nothing wrong with you, Dorothy, except what happens to all of us. In case you haven't noticed, you're not 30. Take a cruise, Dorothy.
I really can't stay for coffee.
Oh.
Ladies, I want to thank you for a wonderful evening.
Well, thank you for coming. We certainly enjoyed having you.
And we hope we'll see you again soon.
And I'll see you tomorrow at the office, Jonathan.
Rose, could we have dinner tomorrow after work? There's something important I want to talk to you about.
State parade. You probably don't know this, but my hometown was founded by Heinrich von Anderdönen. The first man to ever can tuna in its own natural juices. Anyway, it was the 50th anniversary celebration of the founding of our town.
They sit like that all day, every day. He's even started referring to my husband as that dumb Bajagaloop.
How'd you know that she was my mother?
Just a guess. From the way you were watching. And after what happened yesterday, I thought you might show up.
He told you about the...
Ladies and gentlemen, the who, how, and what.
Dorothy, that was a real tour de France.
Thank you, Rose.
Guess what? Kendall just told me he'd head down the wall and make mad, passionate love on the carpet.
Blanche, what the hell are you talking about?
You stole the closing banquet of the only art show I've ever put together in my entire life.
I did not steal your banquet. Mr. Allen assigned it to me.
And why? Why should he give... I couldn't be intimate with just anybody.
Oh, yeah, what about the guy who painted our address on the curb?
You make it sound like it was a one-night stand. He'll be back when it's faded.
Honey, Mel's probably just bit...
On to Final Jeopardy. And today our Final Jeopardy category is this: U.S. history.
My major in college.
All right, players, make your wagers. Today's Final Jeopardy answer is American hero buried in Grand Street.
Hi, girls. How do I look?
Where are you going all dolled up?
Al and I are taking a picnic to hear the Philharmonic in the park.
Oh, I didn't know Al was a music lover.
Oh, he isn't. He just likes to see what picnic meats are popular this season. Hi, girls.
Oh, hi, Rose.
Sophia, what are you doing with that heavy coat on inside the house?
You tell me, Rose.
Dorothy, was Sophia naked just now or just
Checking in, Mom.
You two are sisters?
It's a long, involved, and somewhat sordid story. If you want to get a clearer picture, I suggest you rent the cassette of Chinatown.
Sophia, what's going on?
Yes. Dorothy, will you marry me?
Oh, Lucas. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
No! What in hell is wrong? The tomato sauce is like me, hot and spicy. And the mozzarella is like our love. It stretches, but it never breaks.
Ma, that's lovely, but I don't see what luck had to do with it.
You were conceived that night, Dorothy.
Ma.
What's lucky is your father never to see one another again. Rose, one of those girls was me. The other one you probably know as Mama Celeste.
Ma, why didn't you use your key?
I left it home. I thought it would weigh me down.
St. Olaf story? Now, what's wrong?
Well, I just don't think it was right of Ma to hire that matchmaker behind my back. Now, why does she always meddle in my life?
Well, Dorothy, you know, I recently read about a man in Paris, France, named Freudenstock.
Rose! Shut up, Rose.
I'm Yvonne, and this is it. Woo! Woo! Okay, everybody, let's warm up. Woo! And stretch. Legs wider.
He needs help. I never thought this could happen to my father. Other people's parents get old and grow frail and need taken care of, but somehow I'd always thought Big Daddy would go on forever.
Honey, we all think of our fathers that way. We remember them as...
What'd you tell him? I told him he should have dinner waiting for me. Not that I'm such a big fan of squirrel gumbo.
Ma, how do you expect to live together in the same house? You haven't even gotten there yet, and already you're fighting with him.
What? This is Little House on the Prairie? We're at each other's throats all the time. There were more fights here than at Caesar's Palace. He did have to go to work. How else could we have paid for the operation?
All I know is I was alone and terrified, and I have never gotten over it. I still have that phobia about hospitals.
Well, it's about time you got over it. Blanche, get the keys to your car. We're taking Dorothy back to the hospital.
Ma, I am not going.
Okay, fine. So you don't want to go back to the hospital?
No. Not possibly begin to comprehend the terrible trauma a gorgeous woman goes through when she realizes her beauty is starting to fade.
And who do you see when you look at me, Blanche? Joe Pepitone?
All my life, my beauty has outshone every other woman's. But no more. Now, people, I got 1 million of them.
That's okay, Ma. I don't think I'm going to be doing my stand-up routine anymore.
How come? You were great.
This morning I realized that what I've been doing is no different from my dream. I mean, every time I stand in front of a classroom, I face the same challenges. Only I come away with something that I didn't feel last night. Dream. I mean, what's the big deal?
Now, come on, Dorothy. You've come this far. You might as well go through with it.
Yeah, but what if nobody laughs?
Then you'll know how Lisa Bonet feels.
Okay, who's got number 14?
God, I do.
Okay, sweetie, you're on next.
I went to a bar up the street, and while I was there, it dawned on me. If we use Mitchelson, we're going to look like the rich slumlords we're not.
Well, then who are we using?
Well, as luck would have it, I met somebody at the bar who doesn't have that much experience, but I was very impressed.
Boy, Stan, it's jumping.
$8.
Dorothy, you owe me an apology. Your ad's right here.
Oh, Rose, this is the personals column.
So what?
So what? You put an ad in the personals column that said I will do anything for $8 an hour? Yeah, look, it's right under an ad that reads...
Stretching this body for years.
Blanche, sticking your feet out of the sunroof of a Chrysler New Yorker doesn't count.
We have a beginner's class starting in 15 minutes. With some hard work, your body can look as good as mine. All right, we've been...
Life. Which makes you the most pathetic human being on this planet.
Well, I love Elvis. Oh, Blanche, I would be honored if you would be the first member of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love fan club.
I graciously accept and promise to do a good job as president.
I have made arrangements for us tomorrow.
Oh, what arrangements?
Well, we're supposed to show up at the hangar at 10 o'clock in the morning for skydiving class.
What, you mean actually jump out of an airplane? Literally?
Oh, there is nothing like skydiving. I mean, soaring. Dorothy, do you feel like talking?
Oh, honey, if it can wait until morning, I'd really appreciate it. I'm exhausted.
Sure, I am too. Let's just get some sleep.
It's congested.
Well, what about my chest? It needs heat, too.
I don't care about your chest. I just care about my chest.
Well, you're the only one who does.
Okay, Dorothy, slip this on.
Oh, forget it, Ma. I don't have the strength to stand up.
If you don't try it on now, I can't finish it by Saturday.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm not going to be able to go to that banquet.
Not talking about anything special. The subject of aliens never came up.
Well, I can give you something to talk about. My date tonight, which turned out to be the most humiliating evening I've ever spent in my entire life.
So, what are we talking?
What is going on here?
I'm looking through the personals to find myself a man. Remember what that is, Dorothy? It's an animal. Kind of like a woman, except that it's got a...
Ma! I know what a man is, but I tell you, I would never look for one through the personals. You know why? Because I have standards. I have intelligence.
He's feisty, zesty, and full of old world charm, Sophia.
She's mopey, dopey, and full of crap, Rose's sister. Don't mess with me, kid. I have the home court advantage.